You are listening to XRP. Oh, I pressed the button twice. That was silly. But you are listening to XRP Radio, specifically the Bespoke Live segment of the show, specifically the live with visual segment of the Bespoke Live segment of the show, specifically today when we have Eulogy. If you want to find them on your social networks, specifically correctly, I do believe they are Eulogy Rocks across the platforms. So go do that whilst we're blathering on and getting ready to introduce the specific reason that they are here, if I haven't been specific enough, which is the release of, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Laudanum. See, I say things as I see them. It's just a terror. I already know this because you've told me this. I had this in the last interview that happened.
You clearly wasn't listening last time.
I was listening. It just didn't get stored. I'm like a very dodgy hard drive where 90% of it's corrupt. However, yes, you may remember... I can't even say your name of your band anymore. You may remember Eulogy from an interview we did a little bit ago. And in actual fact, we had a sneaky little preview of this track. But the official release date, was it not, lads? Yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The single was released yesterday, along with the video for it as well.
Which is also exciting. I presume you can get the video at YouTube.
Yeah, just pop onto YouTube, type in Eulogy Band Laudanum, and it'll pop up for you.
That's the best way to do it. If you didn't know, this is a quick little tip, and thanks for putting that somewhat out there. As good as it is to go straight to bands' websites and stuff, it's actually ridiculously helpful if you Google or search it in the native browser, because it increases your SEO and stuff like that, which makes it easier for them to be found. But aside from that, I've blathered on for a little bit, but for those that don't know Eulogy, Eulogy are Neil, who does...
I'm vocals and bass.
Mike, who is...
lead guitar.
And, I mean, Josh usefully put a description on the screen for us. So...
Yeah. So I wrote bongo beaters originally, because that's what we sometimes call her in the band, but I'm the drummer, so... Yeah.
He's a guy that hits things. He's one of those elusive creatures that are incredibly loud, but somehow you can't find enough of them.
Yeah, I just keep breaking stuff recently, so I clearly hit things way too hard. So
I mean, that could be... I mean, that's rock and roll, or... yeah, terrible playing. Yeah. One of the two. I don't...
Well, maybe a bit of both. It's fine, though.
It is. It's fine. It's fine.
In my ears.
So let's not go over stuff. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I spoke to you guys. So let's hype up the track. Tell us a little bit about it. How's it been received over the past, 24 hours-ish?
Yeah, surprisingly well, actually, which is really good. We launched a single on Friday, followed by the video, and the video then is both releases have kind of, I don't know, gel together, and yeah, it's ticking along quite nicely, which is really cool.
If you were to compare this to previous releases, because from my point, I've seen it a little bit more over the past couple of days, and obviously you were kind enough to give us a bit of a sneak a few weeks back. How do you feel like it's compared to previous releases so far? I know it's early days.
I think off the album, the first one was Pain Is Mine. That went really well, but I think that was off the back of the album as well, as soon as that was launched. This is the third single off the album, and yeah, it's a close second to that at the moment, but it's only been, a day and a bit, so it's really encouraging, really good.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
It's important to say, particularly with this track, this, in terms of when we play live, this is our favourite live track. This is the one that sort of incorporates it. It's the end of our set. It incorporates all of the energy we want, and it's just a banger for us to end on. And I think that's part of the reason why we chose to do the video, particularly for this one, because it allowed us to convey the energy of the track through the video as well, and try to give a little bit of a glimpse to what we do live. Obviously, it's way better live because we just love playing it. But yeah, it's a banger. We just love it.
I was going to say, because a lot of bands now are kind of splitting up the single and the video release. So I don't know whether I've kind of you've kind of answered my question already, but was it due to that energy that made you combine the two, or was there any other reasons that led you to think, let's just do them both together?
Yeah, we just wanted to go. We just wanted to give the biggest impact we could to the song, and like Josh was saying, it's a song with the highest energy. We just want to really smash out there.
Okay, awesome. Well, before we talk about the track itself, give us a little bit of an explanation of what our listeners would expect when they hit your YouTube page and click play on that video.
Come up with YouTube. Well, this is the latest track. There's a couple on there. We've got a couple of live videos, but this is from my perspective. This is a number one. I'm hoping this will take us up to the next. Well, the song is certainly written a lot better from some of our previous tracks, so hopefully this will take us to the next level.
Now, getting to the track itself, starting off production-wise, you seem to be heavily proud of this track, and like it's produced to a specifically high level and a banger. Are there any specifics? Home recording? Did you take it to the studio? Who is your superstar producer and mastering agent, should I say specifically?
Yeah, there certainly wasn't a home recording. I do certain things here, but not quite that level. So we recorded in Cardiff. Tim was the producer. Done Woodcroft audio. And we recorded the drums and guitars down at Romash's place, and then we went to Tim's studio to do the vocals and bass.
Okay.
And I think particularly with the guitar tracks, it's just useful to know there were 8 guitar tracks done for all of the tracks we did. So Mike, went through and absolutely smashed out literally 8 tracks, and you built up the layers. And I think you get the depth of sound when you listen to the track. And I think it's something that we wouldn't have been able to get back at home.
This is something that I'm very interested in, though, because when you layer up that hefty in your album, do you ever fear when you take that to the stage? Say if one of your fans' first ears on you is the CD, and then to take that to the stage, or do you layer your guitars? Do you have dual or echo pedals or things like that, or is do you back in track, or do you just completely switch it up and raw and ready in your face?
I think what we do live, previous recordings have not really captured us live, if I was to be brutally honest. And then we went into the studio and spoke to Tim. We said, look, we really wanted to replicate the energy on the stage for this recording. So it's really, drums right forward in the mix, a lot of guitars. Not all the guitar tracks are present at the same time. I'm running a Mesa Boogie for my live rig, but in the studio I had a Marshall, I had a Mesa. What else did I run? I had a PV going, a 50, a PV going. So really blended that sound to give that big kind of wide open kind of feel. But when it comes to us live, we down-tuned it further again, so we'd even kind of more monstrous live now.
Okay, good to hear. Now before we play it, what is Laudanum, Laudanum? What does it mean? What's it about? And what does it lyrically mean to you as a band?
Well, Laudanum, first of all, was a tincture back in the
Victorian times.
I don't know, 20 years ago. Yeah, and basically what it was an opioid and an alcohol-based medication. So if you went to the doctor at the time and you had, I don't know, genital warts, they say have a drop of this, they'll sort you out. Yeah. So, or for that matter, if you had a cold, you'd have it. So basically,
Why is it? Can we just stop a minute and go? Why is genital warts the first out of all the illnesses in the world? Your go-to wasn't the cold; it was genital warts. We need to linger on that a little bit.
He was like, what can I pick? What can I pick?
All right, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you
That's
can skip
fine.
it over your balls and stuff. It just does the job.
Anyway, we were really conscious about drug reference.
Okay.
Yeah, because laudanum, well, as you just kind of alluded to, no one really knows what it is. But it's a kind of semi-biographical song from back in my younger days, where
We've gone from genital warts to semi-biographical, so now I'm getting slightly concerned.
you know where this is going.
Brilliant.
It's a kind of a eulogy to my friend who died through taking heroin back in the day, which is a really sad story. But it's a kind of it's a story about drugs and don't take them, basically.
That's a good enough reason. And after all the genital warts jokes, I feel a bit shit now, but it's okay.
I tell you what, no, just come back to haunt me at some point.
Right then, lads. I am going to, hopefully, the best thing about this is there's going to be a slight delay in all of you being able to speak at exactly the same time. But what I'm going to ask you is, can you all, after the count of 3, try and say, "Hi, we're Eulogy, and this is our new track." Okay, why can't I say what it is? Laudanum. Laudanum. Why?
We'll know it. That's the main thing, yeah.
Laudanum. Okay. Let's see if we can do this completely out of time. 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, we're Eulogy, and this is our new track, Laudanum.
I love the internet.
I didn't bother.
There we go.
Enjoy it.
That was wonderfully brilliant.
I want to point out the fact that I don't know if you heard Neil just scream in the background. You can just dump it on your balls.
What? Did that actually happen?
Yeah, I was dying in the corner.
How did I miss that?
I said,
That's
back in
wonderful.
the day, laudanum, they just used to pour it over their balls and they just used to melt the warts off.
Lads, it was a pleasure last time and equally as fun this time. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if there's any quick questions from the chat box as I ask. We have people that genuinely think that you recorded a track about genital warts.
That's the next album.
Which somehow led into a conversation about whether people have had I can't even pronounce it. Prostate issues. I can't speak words.
The inflammation of the prostate gland.
Yes. A legitimate question, but a shit one. How much chuck would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, you can barely say that. Can you say that faster?
Well, no, he wrote it wrong. He put how much chuck would a chuck would if a chuck would chuck. He did it the wrong way around and it hurt my brain. Anyway, can you answer that question?
Well, does he mean chug? Because there's lots of chugs in laudanum, I will say. Lots of chugging all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we did it the wrong way around on purpose. Let's any last questions that I can do. Oh, of course. Before I send you on your way, what's next? What is next for Eulogy?
Well, we're going back. Well, we've been told to go back into the studio in September, maybe. We've written a new song. So that's probably the next big thing for us. We've got a couple of festivals coming up in the summer, so we're doing. We're headlining the Drunken Monkey Festival on the Saturday night. So that's a really good thing for charity as well. So fantastic. And we've got one in Peterborough, the Willow Fest on. When's that, Neil?
Sunday the 23rd, I think it is. Or around that. Sunday the 25th, maybe. But yeah, so if anyone's around, Peterborough, Willowfest, come and see us there. Really grateful for that.
What have we got here? Oh, a couple of wonderful questions here now. This is our listeners truly trying to get to know you as people. Paper or plastic?
I'm sorry, I missed
Paper or plastic? Yes.
paper.
Paper. Okay. Which celebrities would you like to stroke your hair as you die? This is from the chat box. This is not me.
Oh, I had a name in my mind, but I really can't.
Don't say it.
No,
I'd probably go for Morgan Freeman just for the voice.
yeah.
You lived a long life. You know, it'll be soothing.
But Tom Hanks,
Tom,
he'd be quite relaxing and chill, I reckon.
wait, it depends what character he portrayed.
Only as Forrest Gump.
Your life was like a box of chocolates. No, sorry. I think that would ruin the end of my life. What else have we got? Why? Does Taylor Swift lip sync? I think that's a uniform yes.
Yeah.
Oh, when making cheese, this is important.
Oh, God.
When making cheese on toast, beans first or cheese first?
Oh, it'd have to be the beans first.
Beans first.
And then
cheese.
the
No
cheese
beans,
melt over the
yeah,
top,
dogs.
form a nice little cap on it. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. The track is over, so we get to say goodbye now. That, my friends on XRP Radio that weren't listening to the madness of the questioning throughout, was Laudanum
Yeah, nailed it.
by Eulogy. You can get them on your social networks at Eulogy Rocks on all your / of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and other places. What's your favourite place? What is the weirdest place that you're on? OnlyFans?
What?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's the future for Eulogy. Later on.
I think TikTok, really.
Yeah, we got TikTok, we've got Insta, Facebook, YouTube as well.
Look at these trendy
No weird
kids.
ones yet.
Love it. Where can we get that track that we've just listened to, other than obviously by requesting it here on XRP Radio? You can also everywhere.
Yep.
All
It's
streaming
on all streaming
platforms,
I was going to make a really bad taste joke there that I'm going to say after I play the next tune, because
I can make a worse taste, but I know that.
I was going to be something about Logitech controllers and deep sea diving and something. So let's just gambol out of that one because it might be slightly too soon. Lads, as always, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you, obviously, in September when you release your next track, I presume.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, definitely.
If not before.
Hopefully by then we'll have some merch.
Hopefully by then we'll have some merch and we'll be wearing it on said live stream.
I'll give him a prod. Don't worry, I'll give him a prod.
I did send you a personal message.
Oh shit!
yeah.
on Facebook.
Back at you. That's
Did
what-
you send me a message on Facebook? I think that was your problem right there.
Oh, well, well, actually, someone did reply to me.
Oh shit! Someone replied to you. That's even worse. Well, I'll figure something out. I'll work it out, and I'll work out where the message went firstly, and we'll go from there. Lads, I am going to leave you in the capable hands of a artist that is on the same PR roster as you, the wonderful 6th Century, whilst I say goodbye and end the live broadcast over here. So this is your last chance to say goodbye or whatever the fuck you want and really insult me before I'm going to kick you off anyway, you know. Go for it.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having us. Thanks for playing the record, and thanks for all the nonsense. I love it every time.
Yeah, thanks for having us on again, Tez. Really appreciate it. And ALC as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't on last show, so I hope I at least improved the last one just by my presence. So hopefully see you next time.
He does have a fancy shirt on.
He does have it. I mean, you know,
Yeah, it's borderline fancy.
You-
He's got
Yeah,
the-
but he's looking
Or
smart. isn't he?
like Primark.
and joggers underneath, right?
What?
No, he's got nothing on, but
straight boxers. We know it.
All the way.
Yeah.
But I would say he's potentially the only one in this whole stream that combed his hair before starting.
Yeah.
I just pushed it. Not even a
Pushed
comb.
it. Not even a comb.
Not even a comb. I've been out all day, so it's very easy. Just give it a. Oh, that went the wrong way. Never mind.
Yep. That's the worst thing. This wrong side. Right. Pleasure to entertain you and have you entertain us. Here's some 6th Century whilst I get them off the stream.
Okay.
Cheers, all.
Wonderful. I will catch you in September, if not before. If you do anything more exciting before, please do aggravate me or aggravate Martin to aggravate me. He aggravates me a lot quicker than most people, to be fair. So, because unfortunately, the bastard has my phone number. So, other than that, yeah, I've got to get on with the rest of the show. But it's been wonderful.
Have a good show.
Take it easy, bye.
Wicked. Now I press this thing.